gentlemen, welcome to the Rum Regret podcast. I am Andy Drake.
Johanna Myers.
Nate Tussey, and we drink and we know things.
And today we're shooting. That's what we're doing today. There's no we're shooting the shit.
Shooting the shit.
Reviewing Loki Episode 3. And
we are reviewing episode and shooting the shit. Yeah, and throwing it out there to other things.
Some E3 shenanigans.
Yeah.
Talking all kinds of variants.
Right. Yeah. Just a couple of quick shout outs I have. A special thanks to the Drunk Theory podcast's Kelly Madden for reviewing our Cobra Kai podcast. That was very cool and awesome. So thanks so much, Kelly, for doing that. Also, another shout out to the Random Christian Show. I guess Matt, the co-host, got called in for jury duty, and Christian needed a co-host on the fly, and he messaged me about an hour before. He's like, "Hey, doing anything for the next hour?" I'm like,
"Nice,
no." So I got to interview an ex playmate, which was fun.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go on.
Link will, go on. Link will be in the comments.
All right. So Deborah Driggs was no
relation.
No, but yeah, former playmate, and she actually was the first when Playboy did their sort of video music segment. She was the first host of that. And Jenny McCarthy actually took over after she got into a movie role, which was cool. But then she went through a divorce and then had to sort of reinvent herself, and what she did in her story was pretty cool. But it was neat. I had to learn about her really quick on the fly, and then just sort of be Ed McMahon for an hour.
Yeah, best guest research ever.
Yeah. Ain't too bad.
Andy's version of Ask a Hot Chick.
A little bit. Yeah. So, but no, it was cool. Yeah, she was born in Oakland, grew up in the South Bay, and then like life took her to Japan. Then just like I mean, like literally all over the world modeling, and then like happened into Playboy, and then got into movies, and then after movies, like I said, had a family that sort of imploded, and then she just had a sort of a mishmash of sort of crazy events that brought her back.
Cool. I'll have to take a listen.
No, it was neat. Yeah, it was very cool. But it was kind of fun sitting and actually like trying to do a proper interview. So
interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, but again, and Christian and Matt want to come on our cast. So if we have another
hell yeah,
coming up where we have a loose topic or not too many topics, we can bring them in. I think it would be fun to have them on. So
for sure.
Yeah. So let's throw it around to our segments. I know I started off and talked, but how's the Nate Marvel minute looking?
The Marvel minute will actually be about a minute long today. There's not a whole lot happening in Marvel. A lot more reviews are in on Black Widow, and they're kind of all over the place. I've seen 6s, I've seen 8s, I've seen 9s, I've seen 5s.
Yeah.
I think the kind of some of the universal positives are that the gal that plays her sister,
Florence Pugh,
in the movie, is just absolutely kills it, and people are really excited to see how she carries the Black Widow moniker moving forward.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. I'm excited to go see that. We've got 10 days or so, and then that'll be IMAX for sure.
Yeah.
First Marvel movie in 2 years plus, right?
Yeah.
In the theater. Super excited.
Not like we needed a break or anything.
All right.
Well, I mean, you guys did, but whatever. So the other thing that was super cool, like the coolest thing that happened, was that latest Shang-Chi trailer that dropped. I'm not sure if you guys watched it, where it actually shows the 10 rings, and there's a huge, like, blink and you'll miss it scene where Wong is fighting what's his name? The Abomination in a fighting pit.
Right. Yeah.
Abomination from the first Hulk movie, from the Hulk movie before Iron Man. Like, so, and there's a giant dragon underwater. Like, there's all kinds of really cool disconnected scenes that they show. I mean, the fact that Wong is fighting Abomination in a pit, I'm so here for that part. I'd be fine with a movie about pit fighting with the Marvel characters. Let's do this.
Yeah.
2 men enter, 1 man leave situation, little Thunderdome. That'd be a fun segment. We'll do a superhero Thunderdome. You DC it and I'll Marvel it and we'll see what happens.
Oh, there you go. So I thought Ed Norton's Hulk movie came out after Iron Man, because didn't
it was the first movie?
No, because didn't Robert Downey Jr. come in at the end and talk to General Ross?
Yeah, he did a credit scene, but that was
after Iron Man, because that movie is technically MCU.
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying, because everyone says that Iron Man is the first one, but it's not. Hulk is the first MCU movie, and the thing at the end of the tease at the end was to tease Iron Man, as far as I know. But I could be wrong.
No, he said we're putting a team together.
Look it up.
Oh, you look it up, Mr. Marvel.
Release date. When did that come out? Let's see. Anyway, so I'm super excited for Shang-Chi. It shows the Mandarin using the 10 rings, and in this case, they're like rings that go around, bands that go around his arms instead of like the 10 mystical jewelry rings on the fingers from the comic books. So
okay,
it'll be interesting to see how that changes things.
Yeah.
From what I recall, the 10 rings had different powers and that kind of thing, but I think Marvel thought it was too much of an analog for like the Infinity Stones and the Gauntlet or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What am I searching on here? No wonder I can't find anything. Let's see. Hulk release date. June 17th, 2003. That's the wrong Incredible Hulk.
Is that the Eric Bana Ang Lee Hulk?
June 13, 2008. Iron Man release date.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
I win because MCU is awesome. Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
you're right by a month. May 2nd. Okay, yeah, my bad. So yeah, it was.
The post-credit scene is Robert Downey Jr. talking to Thunderbolt Ross, because Ross is.
Yeah, I saw that.
Reloading shots, and then he says, "Hey, we're putting a team together."
Right.
And then it cuts.
That's way before the Avengers, though, because Iron Man.
Well, it was but
after.
then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, but then they the post credit scene was, or no, that was the post credit scene. Was Ed Norton in the mountains, and it does a little days without incident, and then it shows him going green, but then it shows an avalanche in the Arctic, and all these snow caps come up, and then you see Captain America's shield and Captain America come out of the ice in the frozen tundra. So anyway,
I forgot to do the intro.
Yeah. Nate's Marvel Minute. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And the show has hit a new low. No, I'm good. I mean, that's really all I've got for the Marvel Minute.
Oh, okay. So, related story time. Andy's appended Nate's Marvel Minute. They, the WandaVision post-credit scene.
Oh, that's right. They updated it. I haven't watched it yet.
Has been fixed.
They changed it?
Fixed. They added like a shadow of somebody coming down to her cabin at the end, and that was
okay. Well, no. That I think that's
and stuff.
That's an edit. I think that's an editing mistake that they missed, because it just looks like a white, like a polygon. So I have a feeling that that's a dirty edit from somebody that they missed. they removed ducks from the pond.
Andy's porn name, Dirty Edit. We almost lost Joe.
Go easy. Yeah, go easy on Joe when she's drinking.
Always watching you, Dirty Edit.
Yeah.
Always watching.
Literally watching you.
Okay, gross.
Yeah.
Roz gets down on some Dirty Edit fan shit. Right?
Right. Yeah.
Ugh,
Well, no. Anyway, it just seems like they just didn't have enough time to complete it the way they wanted to the first time around. So they updated it. They fixed just some of the surrounding things, and then they added. So the Doctor Strange theme played initially at the first go round of this, but then they actually credited Giacchino and they put Doctor Strange theme by Michael Giacchino in the credits right after that. So
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I after watching the sort of the side by side that all the Marvel crazies have done, it was just like, that's interesting. That's really interesting news.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was a slow news week to be fair, and Doctor Strange was supposed to be in it, and they weren't able to get that done. So
yeah. So anyway, all right, yeah. So my streaming service selection of the week is a show called Daybreak on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is a post-apocalyptic high school kids. There's a chemical bomb that drops on the U.S. and all of the adults go.
Right.
Yeah, they don't go like full zombie, but they're called ghoulies, and they basically repeat the last thing that was on their mind. So like,
this is where the different cliques turn into different like Mad Max tribes, right?
Exactly right. There's the jocks, the cheermazons, the I forget. There's like the popular kids and it's Jamie and I just
Hilarious.
finished it. And it was a really, really good series. Yeah, it was really good.
Really fun.
So, Matthew Broderick plays the principal in it, and he's good. And then there's Krista Rodriguez plays the teacher who got sort of half turned, but she just plays this really kooky, crazy, Mrs. Crumble, so good. So if you haven't had a chance to see it, go check out Daybreak on Netflix, and you will not be disappointed.
Nice. I've got one.
Okay, fire away.
If you're done with your streaming thing, this is Nate's appending to Andy's streaming selection. Fucker.
Wow.
And Addie and I just finished one on Netflix called Eden. Which is great. And Joe, I think this would be right up your alley. It's basically, I forget how many thousands of years into the future, and the world is clean again, and all of the pollution is gone, and there's just trees and apples, and it's gorgeous. But there aren't any humans. It's all robots.
Oh, delightful.
And the robots are harvesting the apples and sending them in like, what do they call the tubes, like from the old like banks and stuff like that, pressurized tubes, basically.
Oh yeah,
pneumatic tubes.
Pneumatic tubing. Thank you. Sending these giant pneumatic tubes or containers of apples through pneumatic tubes to like this central hub, and they're burning that stuff for fuel to be able to recharge the.
Why does this sound like
robots.
A WALL-E sequel?
Well,
I know, right?
Yeah, and then somehow a pod gets opened and there's a baby girl in it. And these two robots, they find one under a tree or something as they're picking their apples. And these two robots are basically like, what the fuck? And they start apparently they can't speak English or human, whatever, until they hear it. So before the baby's around, it's just a bunch of beeps and boops and that kind of stuff. And then it turns into like this amazing, what happens? Are humans supposed to be part of this environment because they ruined it in the first place? And then there's like a bad guy robot kind of situation, and then it's really cool, and the animation style's just adorable. Really fun. So called Eden on Netflix. I think it's like 6 episodes, and they're about 30 minutes long, maybe something like that. Oh no, 8 or 9 episodes.
It's an animated series.
It's animated, yeah. It's done really well. Animation style is what you would think of, just like typical Japanese anime style, but a little kind of softer, you know.
Okay,
more like a anyway,
like Avatar, The Last Airbender-ish.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But really fun. We just finished that, so that's one I'd recommend.
Cool.
Well, I got a piggyback to go on your piggyback.
Oh, double piggyback.
Is this the human centipede?
And yours the middle piece, Nate.
Yeah, Nate's the middle piece.
Vanilla paste.
No, mine is more of a recommendation. A friend of ours hit me up and was like, okay, you guys have to watch this and podcast about it, because apparently it's like the new Lost is Manifest on Netflix.
Oh, dude, so good. So good.
So you've seen it.
Yeah, no, we are caught up, and it's good. Yeah, it's very
This is the one where the plane shows up like years later or something?
Yeah, 5 years later, nobody's aged on it.
Gotcha. Wow.
And
2018, 3 seasons. Oh, good.
Yeah. So no, it's good. It just finished its 3rd season, and it's a fantastic show. So yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm on board. Are you caught up, Joe?
No, I'm not. I haven't watched it. Mouse hit me up, and shout out to Mousy.
Oh yeah.
She was like, "Oh yeah, you guys got to watch this and podcast about it. It's like a new Lost. It's really good." Like, her and her husband watched it, and we're super sucked in.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Cool. Yeah.
Put that on the list.
Definitely. Yeah. It's a very, very good show. And it just got on Netflix, and it was number 1 last week. So, yeah, it's a fantastic show. It's really good. The guy who played Prince Charming in God damn it.
Please
no,
hold.
he was the never mind. Never mind.
Loading error.
Yeah. I've gone dumb.
He's gone full 400 error, folks. We're good.
What was the fairy tale show?
Oh,
Once Upon a Time.
Thank you. God, it was Prince Charming from Once Upon a Time as the lead.
We played the 404. We're good.
Yeah, he was also in the first Thor movie as one of Thor's Warriors 3, but then got replaced by the other guy. I can't think tonight. I'm sorry.
Got replaced by
that one guy that was replaced by that one guy and the other guy.
God, I know it's not my night for remembering.
Shazam. What's his name?
Exactly. Zach
Levi.
Thank you. See, together we will make this work.
Right.
With the Triforce of suck right now. This is ridiculous. Right. I mean, sorry, Joe, you haven't had a loading error between the two of us.
Oh, just wait. Okay. It'll come.
Right. It's been bad. It's so bad today that I made notes for tonight. I never make notes unless it's like something, but I made notes for tonight.
Glad one of us did, because I knew
I knew I was going to bail.
Thanks for the show prep, Andy.
What? I asked it.
I never make notes for our podcast ever.
I asked at like 11 if we were still going tonight, and you still haven't responded, Nate.
I'm surprised you're here.
I don't know if you're coming yet.
Well, I mean, keep talking about Marvel, and I'll get there.
Oh no! There's our new low, people.
We found the bottom.
Yes. All right.
Dirty edit.
Yeah.
Hashtag dirty edit.
Oh man.
Sorry. I apologize officially, but not really.
Rum Regret would like to issue a statement regarding our last podcast.
Nope. If I apologize, no, my balls will be crossed.
Right. Oh. It's interesting. That is a very interesting skill.
It's not comfortable.
No, the crossing of the balls.
Good times. Let's move on.
I have two bits of random news. Well, 3 bits of random news. First and foremost, Simon Pegg is developing a Galaxy Quest TV series.
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God. I was watching Trek Culture, the guys over at What Culture. Great YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out, check them out. Dropped the news today that Simon Pegg is working on developing a Galaxy Quest TV series. Apparently he's in the writing process right now, but is like also just starting to shop it out. So
are we going to have like the actors from the movie? I mean, obviously,
a lot is not known at this point. Good old Adam Cleary over at Trek Culture says that it might be sort of a like a passing of the torch sort of thing, where they bring him in for a couple of episodes and then move on to another crew, but sort of in that vein.
Justin Long needs to be the new captain.
No, absolutely, 100%.
Oh my God, I would watch the hell out of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
that would be great.
Great.
Yeah.
Justin Long and Guy. That's all I need.
Exactly right.
Right?
Yes, we definitely need Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell's probably dollared out of the show.
Yeah.
Look around you. Can you form some sort of rudimentary lathe? Get off the line, Guy. Dude, that is quoted in our house like at least once a week.
It's so good. You have a last name.
Do I?
Just crewman number 6.
Minus, not minus. All right.
Another crewmate and friend. What? Yeah, minors, God. Not minors.
Yeah.
I used that in my D&D game the other day, and everyone lost their shit. It was amazing. God, Alan Rickman,
so good. I also heard on the newswire that we are getting a new Transformers movie, Transformers in 2022, and it's Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah, and
going to chronicle
Ron Perlman's going to be
Optimus Primal.
The Gorilla Primal guy. I'm excited. To be.
Yeah, no, I was not interested until I saw that they were getting Perlman as Optimus, and then that was my ears up moment.
Right.
Yep.
And then, and this is, like I said, I agree with you, Nate. I brought this up on the chat the other night, just because. So I met a Star Wars podcaster over Twitter, Around the Galaxy podcast, and have you guys messed with Twitter Spaces at all yet?
No.
All right. So Twitter Spaces is if you have over 600 followers, you can create a live chat room, essentially, where you can talk via your microphone and just have people come in and just chat them up.
Like a Discord chat kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. So Pixie from the Too Nerdy and the Next on Stage 1 podcast, she hosts a bunch of these. And I met across or Around the Galaxy on one of her chats, and then he hosted a chat directly after talking about this issue. So this is the so there's a new Lego set out that is Boba Fett's spaceship, but it is labeled as Boba Fett's ship, and not as Slave One. Right. There's no mention of the name Slave One on the packaging at all. So I sort of went down a short little rabbit hole of, well, it's not referenced as Slave One in the movies, right? Or in the animated series at all, is it? Like, I don't know that they ever referenced the name Slave One, not in the prequels. They certainly didn't say it in The Mandalorian, the last season. So I was trying to figure out where that name came from. So it must have come from some technical manual that came out after Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi that was like some sort of book or something, and then everybody sort of picked up on it. Because if you look at toys like the old Mattel and Kenner toys, all of those things say Slave One on them. Hot Wheels, all the Hot Wheels say Slave One that have anything to do with it. Past Lego sets that are of Slave One say Slave One. But then this time, this release just now doesn't say Slave One. It just says
it's probably from the script. That's where I would think it came from. Like
probably.
Script or
maybe.
Or
maybe. Or maybe like one of the novels.
Probably.
Like a novelization of the film or something like that.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, I just find it interesting that there's some graphic designer working for Lego sending the cover box art up to a supervisor, right? And says, here it is. Here's the thing. And he's like, oh, and comes back. You take out Slave One and just put on Boba Fett's ship, and that's good. It's good to go. I kind of want to be a fly on the wall in the meeting that decided to take it off. That's all.
Disney is so money sensitive right now that they're doing everything in their power to not offend anybody.
Yeah,
but I think that's my 2 cents on it.
Well,
I don't care.
You nailed it. It's a purist debate, you know. Whereas it's called Slave One. That's the name of the ship. Just call it Slave One. But I agree with you. Like it's.
But meanwhile, they want to trademark the name Loki, which is the name of a Norse god. Yeah. Like you can't trademark that.
I trademark the name Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, so anyway, I just think that's a weird. It's a weird sort of thing. That's all. Like I said, I just kind of want to be a fly on the wall in that process of. No, take it out and just roll with it. So anyway,
I think it shows you what happens when you have the largest multi-million-dollar entertainment conglomerate take over something like Star Wars. Lucasfilm was huge anyway before they took it over, but that's the kind of stuff you get when you have fucking super corporate managing down. It sucks.
Yeah,
frankly, but
yeah, and the last sort of funny aside, and we can move on from here, is that I was reading an article on this, and the last part of it was, there was they've referenced it a couple times in other media, and like one of the last ones to sort of comment on this was a Robot Chicken episode of Billy D. Williams reprising his role as Lando Calrissian and talking to Boba Fett, and this is all obviously in the stop motion that Robot Chicken is. It says, "Man, you got a really cool ship. Don't really care for the name though," and that was it.
Yeah.
So
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So and that was back in 2008. So anyway, but yeah. Gotcha. So yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was an interesting happening around.
I've got a quick non-Marvel news story to share.
Oh, hey,
I think Joe might be interested. It's rumored that Benedict Cumberbatch is being cast in the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
And
this is not just from comicbook.com. I checked it.
We accept that source.
Yeah, thanks. Adding to Chris Pine, Renee Jean Page, and Hugh Grant, and others. Looks like he's going to do some work since they're filming in the UK. Looks like he's going to do some work on it. And I'm just hoping that he's going to be a big red dragon again. So we'll see what happens.
You'd think he'd want to stretch his acting wings into something else.
If he's going to make $2 million for a day's work, and he's do it like in the UK, he's probably going to do whatever he wants to fucking do.
No, I think you're right. Yeah,
we'll see. It'd be cool. His voice is ridiculous, but he could do anything. So
right.
I'm cautiously optimistic with the cast that they're getting on this. God, please be good, because that game they just put out was crap. So hopefully they're a little more tight on the reins with this movie. So we'll see.
The game, the video game,
Dungeons and Dragons: Dark Alliance just came out, and it's based around.
Wait, wasn't that supposed to be good?
It looked good.
Yeah. I was hoping to be good. It's
Oh.
yeah. So think of like it's not really a button masher, but it's a third person action slashing type thing. So it's not a role playing game at all. It's on rails. It's you go through the different zones.
Oh.
So it's not horrible. There's buggy, obviously, because everything's buggy on release.
Yeah.
Not broken. It looks amazing. The character models are great, and the story so far is good. But there's not going to be. They want it to have like the end game loot where you get better gear and all this stuff, and go through the same missions again to get better gear and all that.
Yeah.
So I bought the cheap version because
Okay.
I think it's only $39 for the base version.
Ooh, all right.
And and honestly, I think I probably got $39 worth of entertainment out of it, so I shouldn't be so hard on it. But it's not like so the characters. These are the companions of the Hall. These are Bob Salvatore created Dristerden back in the '80s, and it's like the most popular D&D novelization ever, kind of thing.
Okay.
The guy's gone through, I think it's 35 or 40 novels with this character and then the surrounding characters. But this game focuses on these characters, and they're like my all-time favorite book, all-time favorite character. Where the fuck is the movie? Because this could be like Lord of the Rings trilogy type shit. It's that kind of epic, epic of a scope. So I was insanely pumped. So even if the game got shit reviews at the gate beforehand, I had already pre-ordered it because it's fucking. I can play as Dristerden in a video game,
right?
Really, and then also like all of the other companions, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's not like the transformative experience that I was hoping for, but that's me just getting my hopes up too much.
Yeah.
But so far it's fun. I played with one of my D&D buddies for a while on launch night. We played for like 4 hours and we actually had a decent time.
Okay.
You can play 4 people at the same time. It's cross-platform and co-op.
Okay.
And it would be way more fun because I've been going through the storyline by myself, and it's hard as a single player because the monsters are kind of leveled up for multiple people. But
gotcha.
So it's been a little challenging, but it looks good. The story's good. I'm kind of engaged in it just because it's my favorite setting and story kind of campaign of all time.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's not like a go out and buy this right away. Holy shit.
Right.
Kind of game.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave it at that. That was
okay.
Didn't mean to bridge out into a video game review, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's dig into Loki episode 3. So Joe, what do you think, episode 3?
Oh, I thought it was awesome. Yeah. I was a little bummed there was no Mobius in it, but
I know. Yeah, I totally missed Owen Wilson in this. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, the back and forth between Loki and Sylvie, which we found out she is actually Sylvie.
And she's actually a Loki.
Okay, so I was going to bring this up. I believe the bet is too early to call at this point. Now,
I still don't think she's a Loki.
You could have called it on the first day, on the first episode, because it says on her file, Laufey daughter is her last name.
Okay, but all right, yes, she's a Loki variant, but the word enchant was used twice in this episode.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that it's going to end as her becoming the Enchantress.
Okay.
Yeah. So if that happens,
no bullshit. If you just said she's a variant of Loki, game over. Game over, man.
Okay. Don't you Bill Paxton me?
Well, there's a reference at the end of Loki, so we're good.
Okay. Well, let's just say that if this if she ends up the Enchantress, like if she says, no, don't call me that anymore, I am the Enchantress now, then everybody wins. Then it's youth soccer. Everybody gets a trophy.
Bullshit. No. So I will have been right the entire time until the river card and fucking blows up my poker hand. Okay. We're good.
Well, I'll just say this. I've already won because I got drunk Loki singing in Asgardian, which I will hold on to that until the day I die.
Another.
Right. Yeah, that was great. It throws the glass down and does another. Yeah. What anything? Any other big standouts from this episode, Joe, that you liked?
The ending was
No, the ending
amazing.
single shot scene was incredible.
Yeah.
And just them like running and fighting through and trying to get to the ship, and then just spoiler alert.
Right. Yeah.
The ship's fucked, and Loki's just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Sylvie
I
just
thought
walks
that
off, like I'm assuming to go get drunk or something.
Right. What's up with Loki being able to like rewind time on that building? Because that building that almost crushed them both.
No, he just uses
he
magic to push it away.
Yeah, so I thought so too, but if you look at it closely, like everything reforms the way it was, as opposed to just like lifting something and pushing it away.
Oh,
I know
I thought he just sort of threw it back.
Theory.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I thought so too until I watched it again, and you see it like reform, like instead of like everything goes back into place and it's a solid building again. So there's a theory that he grabbed one of the time stones from that guy's drawer, but that wouldn't really make a difference. It's kind of weird.
Well, it would make sense. Like, why wouldn't he grab a couple Infinity Stones? They're right there.
Right. But I think they only work on their home dimension or whatever, or their home timeline. So I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I totally agree. That last shot was amazing.
Yeah.
That whole last series. What else, Jobin?
That's kind of all I got.
Yeah.
I'm now dreaming of Loki singing.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
No mention of the hedonistic nature of Loki, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
She's way worse than him apparently. Rawr.
Yeah. So apparently, all of the Marvel fanboys are upset because Loki's bisexual. It's like, look at the Norse legends.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Turned himself into a horse, fucked a horse, and gave birth to a horse. That's just one example.
He also has a wolf son, apparently. So, let's take it easy.
Yeah. And Hela is supposed to be his daughter, technically. If we're going to go that far. But, yeah.
Yeah. No, I did like the back and forth between Loki and Sylvie. I thought it was really good. The bar scene was great. Loki just her waking up and him singing the song, and
oh god, that was great.
Yeah, so good.
I like when they sneak on board and he's like, I can't sit backwards on a train. It's like another one of those like Sam Jackson, Nick Fury can't eat his toast if it's cut diagonally.
Right. Yeah.
She wants her, but you can't have her back to the door. And he's like, yeah, but there's doors on both sides. Let me sit there. Nope.
That's
funny.
But no, I thought it was really good. I'm excited to see. I'm definitely excited to get Mobius back and see what happens after this, how they get out of their current predicament, and then getting them back to the TVA to sort of pay for their little romp. So yeah, what about you, Nate? What are your sort of high points from the episode?
Sure. I mean, the episode in general was good. I did miss Owen Wilson. I didn't think I was going to miss him at all. But yeah, Mobius being out of that episode was kind of a big one. I don't know. I really liked the dynamic between the two of them, and I'm glad they had a lot of dialogue and a lot of opportunity to kind of chew on it. I mentioned this in when I was referring to the first episode between Mobius and Loki when they had all that time. So it was kind of cool to get a little bit of her backstory, get a little more information from him. He can make fireworks happen and all that.
Right.
That gets referenced. I know, it was pretty good. They had a couple moments in this episode where, obviously they're variants of each other. It looked like they were getting a little into each other. There's definitely chemistry happening.
Oh, it's a ship happening for sure.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if Loki could fall in love with anyone, it would be himself. So it's perfect. There's some fanfic happening already there.
Oh God.
Exactly. I loved Sylvie at the end, Sylvie coming back and, oh, my magic doesn't work at the TVA. So I'm just going to kick your ass in the hallway. Just rudely destroyed these guys with their own truncheons. Just like, okay, you're gone. Flip around, you're gone. I thought that was really cool. Whoever's the stunt double for that actress is kicking ass. I did like the 2077 was the year they visited the planet, which is a pretty big year for Marvel as far as comic books go. That's when they have like the future Spider-Man and all that stuff happens in 2077.
Right. Yeah.
So there's a bunch of stuff there. It's also the 100th anniversary of Star Wars. So I don't know if maybe there'll be something around there. Let's see what else. The two guards are named Private Hudson and Corporal Hicks.
That's right.
In the credits.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Aliens.
Aliens reference. Yep.
That was great.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Loki's monologue about his mother, about Frigga, was really good.
Yeah.
When he's talking about her, it all seemed impossible, but she told me one day I'd be able to do that too because I could do anything. So there's some good stuff. Yeah, Loki, the song that Loki sings apparently is Norwegian. The subtitles say he's singing in Asgardian, but apparently it's Norwegian. So I thought that was kind of cool. We talked about the Smashing the Glass, it's a reference to the original Thor movie, which is cool.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, that tracking shot at the end, fucking amazing.
So good.
I liked the treatment they put on that planet too. Apparently it matches the name of the planet in the comics, has that same kind of purple glow aesthetic and everything. Oh, and I liked the homesteader lady in her cabin.
God. Yeah.
Where they both, Sylvie tries to brute force it and gets shot out, and then Loki's like, "Oh, I'm your dead husband. Back to see you, my beautiful." Blah. He never said anything nice to me like that in 30 years. So yeah, apparently they walked into the Mandalorian set there briefly for that scene, but yeah, super cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm excited for the next episode.
Oh, and then sort of the big reveal that all of the employees at the TVA are variants.
Yep. Yeah.
The opening scene of Sylvie trying to get at in her mind and just trying to get information out of her.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really good. Like at first I didn't realize what we were watching. I'm like, did they know each other before? And then it was like
margaritas. What's going on?
I know, right? And then finally, like, oh no, this is her in her mind, and she's trying to get it. So
yeah, it was really well done.
Yeah, I agree. No, I thought that was great. But yeah, I wonder sort of how that's going to play out, and it does sort of explain that if Owen Wilson is a variant from the '90s, all of his,
obsession.
Like if they literally picked a Owen Wilson variant from the '90s after his sort of.
Oh God, that'd be amazing.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm never gonna not do that.
We may get our wow.
That has to happen.
I hope we don't.
What about you, Andy? Anything else stand out to you?
Yeah, no, nothing really stood out to me aside from that. Again, the final tracking shot I thought was good. After Game of Thrones did it in the battle of the Black Gate or the Black Castle, Castle Black. I'm just starting to notice it after a minute or two. I'm like, oh, single shot. Yeah, and so yeah, I love it. I thought it was great. And then the final scene when the ship blows up, and just the look of just utter defeat on Loki's face. I know, like, oh. God.
Need a Sam Jackson motherfucker for that moment. Like,
yeah.
I mean, they had this MacGuffin the whole time. They're like, we need to find power for our broken thing. Oh wait, now it's broken. We can't find power. Now we got to go see the shit. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
We're fucked.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Good time.
Yeah. So no, I can't wait for this week. For this week's episode.
For tomorrow.
Tim Murray.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
be good tonight, even.
Oh, that's right.
Who knows?
Yeah. That's all I have to say about that.
What else? Do we want to talk about E3 at all?
Oh yeah, what do you got from E3?
Well, it just kind of some of the games that blew my hair back a little bit that I'm excited about. So I'll make it quick. Metroid Dread for the Switch. It's the first 2D Samus adventure in 15 years. That looks really fun. It's not a remake; it's a standalone. So I'm excited. It's got like you're being followed by these giant sentient critters from fucking Black Mirror kind of thing. And you gotta hide around. I'm excited for that. It looks fun. They showed off some Breath of the Wild 2, which will be amazing. Never finished the first one because there was just too much to do. But it looks amazing, and I kind of started messing around with it again. So that's fun. It'll be interesting to see how that improves. So Starfield, Bethesda. This is Skyrim in space, basically. Not really Skyrim in space, but that's what it is. It's this huge open world RPG, but it's sci-fi from Bethesda, the people that made Skyrim, and Xbox and PC only because of the acquisition of Bethesda by Microsoft earlier, I guess in the year that will not be named.
Right. So it's StarCraft?
No, like you're in a ship. Flying around and stuff. Yeah. Let's see, what do they say here? NASA developers described it as NASA Punk Space RPG. That sounds amazing. I fucking love that, NASA Punk.
Yeah,
that's great. So a lot of these actually are Xbox things. There's a game called Redfall, which is basically co-op vampire slaying.
Oh wow!
So think of Left 4 Dead, but it's a little more open world and a little more RPG-ish than Left 4 Dead would be.
Okay.
It looks really fun. There's like a couple different archetypes, but there's one has like a little robot dog companion, one has telekinetic abilities, one has other stuff. It looks fun. Halo Infinite, which is the new Halo game, looks fucking fantastic. It was supposed to be a launch title, but obviously got delayed. Apparently it's just improved from the delay. So another Xbox game, Forza Horizon 5, another Xbox game that I can't play unless I have Xbox. And there's a couple other ones. I know, right? So Battlefield 2042 was announced. That'll be the next big Battlefield game.
Yeah.
Apparently it's going to support 128 player battles, which will be bananas. What? It actually looks fun, and it might be something it'll get me back into that franchise for a bit. What else? I think that was the last. Oh no, there was where is it? Rainbow Six Extraction, I think. This one looks really cool. So it's a shooter, but I guess it's kind of like Left 4 Dead 2, where you also have to. There's a bunch of aliens, and they're all a bunch of different types of aliens that come and try to kill you, but you're basically trying to extract players or high value targets and that kind of thing in that world.
Okay.
So that looks fun. The preview looked really cool for it.
Yeah.
So the reason I mentioned Xbox, there's some big stuff happening with Xbox. What is it called? xCloud or Xbox Game Cloud, where they just are replacing all of the Game Cloud server processors with the new Xbox version. So Xbox Series X's are getting plugged in, so you can actually play all of the really new, like high quality games through their streaming service.
Oh, through the Game Pass?
Right, exactly, through the Game Pass. And they announced, I think it was last week, they announced that they're going to make that available all the way back to Xbox One.
Oh wow!
So like my original Xbox, I can play, not original Xbox, my original Xbox One. If I hang on to that in a couple months, I think it's August, September, they're talking about releasing it downstream that far. I'll be able to play all the new Xbox games if I subscribe to the $15 a month, whatever, because Game Cloud and Game Pass is all one thing now. So I might be dipping my toes back into the Xbox world for the first. I mean, I've had Xboxes, but I've stopped with the Game Pass. Yes. I know.
Return to the dark side
as well. Oh no! Don't get me wrong. The PS5 is the shiny phallus on the counter over there.
I can't help but notice the color of your lights in your house are green, like the Xbox.
That's for Loki, not for the Xbox.
Yeah.
God damn it, Joe. Yeah, that's about it. There's a couple other things from E3, but go for it.
Yeah, another video game trailer that dropped that I put in our chat was the Evil Dead video game. Did you guys see the trailer for this?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but it's Bruce Campbell's likeness basically going through the storyline of the movies and everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who knows?
It's it's a multiplayer. You can be the zombie. You can be the bad guy too if you wanted to, instead of the good guys. Yeah,
yeah.
So it's multiplayer survival horror type shit.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah. So no, I hope it lives up to the Evil Dead name. Yeah. Oh, and then Joe, I found out about the Hellraiser movie. The girl they cast is going to be Pinhead. So it's going to be a femme Pinhead.
Really?
So, yeah.
That could be interesting.
It could be. Yeah. So.
We shall see.
I mean, ladies are inherently more creepy.
It is true.
Or evil. No, guys are more creepy. Women are more evil. I think we can agree on that. And the show has hit a new level.
No, I think we're more creepy and evil. We just
okay,
hide it
well,
better.
there you go. Nice. Yeah, well, because you're smarter. This is also canon. So.
Yeah. Anyway, stuff. I don't know. I mean, Tilda Swinton seems sort of would be like a perfect femme Pinhead.
Why? Because she's androgynous?
Well, no, just because I would love to see her as an evil sort of hellbent. You know.
Oh, I want Sigourney Weaver as an evil hellbent Pinhead.
Oh god,
that'd be dope.
Oh, that would be good.
Would actually be amazing.
Oh my god. Oh, and then they tie it back into the Ghostbusters universe because she's Dana.
There is no Dana, only Pinhead.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing because you could go back to the moment when they destroys Gozer or whatever, right? And then nuke the door, and then that version, the possessed version, gets shot off into the Hellraiser universe.
Yes,
that'd be so dope.
You guys saw the latest Ghostbusters Afterlife clip, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Of all the little mini Stay Puffs.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, did you see this?
I did not see this.
Okay. Anyway, so again, for those people who don't know, this movie was written and being written and directed by Jason Reitman, who is the son of Ivan Reitman.
With his father over his shoulder, apparently the whole time.
Exactly. Yes. Which is, I mean, like I was optimistic about this movie that Jason Reitman now was doing it, but the fact that Ivan Reitman was on set and like there and sort of looking over his baby, you know, I'm way more excited for this movie than I was initially.
It got delayed, right? When is it supposed to come out?
That's soon, soon-ish. I'm not sure. Yeah.
But November 11th.
Okay.
2021.
Right. Yeah. No, Joe, watch the latest Ghostbusters Afterlife clip.
Okay.
And you will love it. It is right up. It is right up your alley.
Nice.
So, what else? Do we have any more nuggets of wisdom here?
Oh, I thought you would have said something, Andy, but dude, Good Omens 2. I can't freaking wait.
That's right. Yes.
Meh.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. I loved it. I'm just
say I love the book, and they did so good with the first season. I mean, I love David Tennant and Michael Sheen anyway, but they did so well as our demon and angel duo. So I'm excited to see the second season, especially since it's from Neil Gaiman and he's got Terry Pratchett's notes and praise from the Afterlife.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's gonna be
can't wait for
that's
that.
gonna be great. Yeah, I'm glad they announced that. That's gonna be awesome. Awesome. What else, guys?
There was one more. Elden Ring. Fuck, I forgot.
Oh, that's
Elden Ring
right.
was announced, and this is the George R. R. Martin, Hideo. That's wrong. Who made it with him? Fuck. My brain's not working. See, 404. Fucking.
Yeah. Hey.
Miyazaki. So it's basically, it looks like Dark Souls, but not as hard, and just looks absolutely fucking amazing. So George apparently worked on the story originally years ago, and it's been under development since then. So the guy who created Dark Souls, Hideki, that's the wrong name, Miyazaki, whatever, was officially revealed, and just the teaser looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Look up Elden Ring and watch the teaser trailer. It looks fucking amazing. So
yeah.
But this is PS
about that.
PlayStation only, right?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is everything, but I'd have to double check that. Yeah, I have to double check it. Doesn't say. PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Unknown date.
Okay, cool.
There you go. So, yay for that. I'm stoked for some Elden Ring.
Yeah. Cool.
What else?
I think I have given all I can give.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you guys think of the last Loki episode? I know this is going to air after episode 4, so let us know what you think of episode 4 as well in the comments. And what else is going on? Did you guys have any trailers from E3 that looked good to you? Let us know in the comments below. You can find us on Facebook at the Rum and Regret Podcast. Find us on Twitter at rum_regret. 730 followers as of today. And yeah, Joe, where can they find you on the socials?
At Joe Chickadee and joechickadee.com.
Nate, where can they find you?
Sure, Avid Gamer, AV1D Gamer on all the socials and your video game platforms of choice.
And let's get Nate a job, everybody. Hashtag get Nate hired.
Get Nate hired.
Yeah. You can find me on Facebook at Crazy Drake, at Twitter at Andrew Drake. And until the next time, we have spoken.
Again!
Another!
Oh shit, I fucked it up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Ugh. And that puts a bow on the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Well, it wasn't our greatest podcast, but it's certainly our most recent.
Oh, so good.
We did the thing.
Yeah,
Enjoy,
right.
folks. Enjoy.
Right.
Yeah.